Alrighty, here we are with part two. This is, let me get my goggles on again. Um, Nano Technology found an heart energy center from I'm not going to say the word, the the thing that went in the arm in 20, this was 2021. So, the girl said, I can feel a blockage at the left-hand side of my heart. So I asked if that blockage felt part of her energy or if it was from something else. It feels like a grey energy. So I asked to speak to that grey energy, which I know is artificial intelligence system that's affecting her heart. And I ask it what it would like to say. Um, So then we just had this massive like connection noise and interference as soon as we were connected into the AI because as they said in the last one, they love to disrupt these sessions. So I called in Archangel Zachiel to stabilize the technology and also for the cord to be cut leading out to any AI overlords. It then said, we're watching what you do. And I'm like, okay. And I just said, well, you do not have any permission to be in there, that she is a sovereign being. And under universal law, we have permission to remove you. So I asked how it managed to connect into her heart energy center. It said, record by needle in a very robotic voice. Well, was this through an injection? Yes, easy. So I asked if this was from the injections in 2021 stroke 2022. Yes. So just tell me a little bit more about you and how it is that you operate. And I said, I send signals to different parts of the body. What kind of signals do you send out to the body? Pulses. She can feel them in her hands right now. And then I asked it, are you some kind of like form of nanotechnology? Yes. Is there many of you in there in her heart? No, it's just me. Are you affecting her whole system? No, just the hands and the heart and the arm. Is the pain she feels in the left arm. Now, um, this girl had in her form had said that she has just pain down the whole left hand side of her body. But prior to me coming across this little system, I'd removed, I mean, it was ginormous, like this absolutely ginormous AI system that was connected in from her crown the whole way down the left hand side. And it was just causing all sorts of issues. And that had actually attached in when she was like a 4 year old girl and she was in the hospital and had nearly died and she was having some sort of like gastric operation or something. So that it had been there a long time. I think she was in her 30s now. So it had literally been just siphoning off her pretty much the whole of her life. So anyway, can you tell me how you managed to send to do that? I, can you tell me how you managed to send those signals there and how to do that as it sounds very clever? I'm really curious to understand how it all works. And it said, I'm connected to the chi, into the life force energy. So I asked if it was created in a laboratory. Yes and no. And I said, well, can you give me more information of how it was that you were created and who it was that created you? And it replied, it was like a machine place. People, but of AI created us. And I'm like, well, what is the purpose for your creation? Experiments. They're trying to figure out how to control the body. They don't really know what they're doing exactly quite yet. they are trying to figure out how far they can go and what they can do with this. So I then asked, do you collect information from this one's body? And if so, where do you send that information back to? And they said it's like a satellite, and all of that information is being read and interpreted by the AI into a huge database. I'm not sure what they are doing with it. I'm just doing and collecting and controlling her. So again, I've, this information's going on repeat, which then gives me confirmation that the nanos are definitely there collating information and firing it out into these database centers, like up in satellites and stuff. And when I'm sitting doing these sessions, I remember just sitting, just going, "God, this is just like proper. This is just proper evil, isn't it?" Anyway, I digress. So where are we? Um. Anyway, so I'm like, right. Okay, so I said, we are going to be removing you today because this one definitely did not consent to this. And I understand that you were just doing your job and you didn't know any better. So, under universal law, this is absolutely not okay. Do you understand why we will be removing you from this one's heart energy center? And it replied, yes. And I just then asked, okay, so I'm just checking, there's not a group of you that we need to round up, or is it just you? It's just me, but there are tentacles going down the arm, which I guess that's what was causing all the pain in her arm and where the pulses were getting sent out to. I said, so, okay, so what would happen if you were left in the body? And it answered, will probably continue to control if the masters are clever enough to update me, my software, my being, but not much else. Kind of like a rover. And I was like, okay. So many of the humans been injected with, let's say, technology. And it replied, yes, different things. They are experiments. They don't know what they're doing. They're trying all sorts of things, poking and prodding and testing. So at this point, again, as I mentioned in my last video, I just need to find out when it attached, how it's been affecting the body, rather than spending forever conversing with it. I mean, I would love to get more information, but I just don't always have the time. But as I say, as I progress along my journey, I should get a bit better at asking the correct questions. If the sound doesn't cock up, because every time I'm just like, oh, I can't hear properly. But that's designed, it is AI. Um, so again, hope you enjoy this information. Please, I am not putting this out there to scare anyone. Um, if you do ever want a session, like if um anyone who's listening to this has maybe had the little poke thing. This girl only had one of them. You're more than welcome to give me a shout. Um, my next video, I'll have a quick talk about this because I've just been speaking to a few people past couple of days, about the secret covenant, which gosh, that really explains a lot. So I'm going to go over the secret covenant because that all, God, this is just one huge, huge story that we're in. Um, and it's like a little minefield trying to work out what on earth is going on. So, as a quantum soul healer, I feel it's my job to get people to understand who they are, what is a soul, um, and how the souls have literally been corralled into um, on earth into a place that it is not meant to be like this, you know? I've known from a little girl there's something wrong with this place. It's not right. So I'm going to try and do my best to help guide people through that as well, to give you a little deeper understanding. This is all information I came across about 6 years ago, and it's now coming back up, and I'm like, right, okay, this actually ties into what I'm doing. And I will be doing some higher higher vibrational chats. It's not all about the doom and gloom and fear. I did an amazing session with a girl who was taken into the most amazing enchanted forest in one of her quantum travel sessions, which was on Earth. It's just in a higher density, higher vibration. We can't see it. I want to go live there. It's going to take me a while to transcribe, but I'm going to do it almost like a little vlog storytelling, because it gets really boring when it's just listening to us in the session, because it takes so long. There's so many gaps and pauses. So if I can then just read it out as a lovely little story of this, oh, beautiful, awesome place that does actually exist. So I will sign off there, and I will see you next video about the secret covenant.